You've earned some off time.
Not only is it in a good position from a strategic financial standpoint, but it's also at the point where all eyes are on it. The Oculus Rift has released, the HTC Vive has released, and has wowed a lot of people, but according to Sony, there are 40 million PlayStation 4 owners out there, and each one of those PlayStation 4 units is capable of VR. So Sony finds itself with at least the smallest hill to climb in terms of getting VR in people's living rooms. So how does this first iteration stack up? Well, there's some good and some bad. Let me start with the good stuff. If you're a hardware nerd like I am, this is a nice headset. This is a good, solid, well-built VR headset. While it's majoritively plastic, it's light, and it's really comfortable. Personally, I think this is the most comfortable of the VR headsets. I do use all of them, so I am speaking with some experience. It goes on your head sort of like a stretchy headband, and then the actual display part inches in and out, almost like if you're at the eye doctor. It feels like an eye testing exam. And it's light, it's weighted, it's balanced. There's sensors in the front and the back, so the tracking is actually pretty decent here. And I think in terms of actual setup and general accessibility and ease of use, PlayStation VR does have it going on. While technically it does have as many cables and complications as the Vive or the Rift, the setup process and experience is really nice, and it just works. And you're not fiddling with PC issues, you're just fiddling with your PlayStation 4 like normal. That is the first in many steps that isn't going to scare people away from VR. I think that's the biggest accomplishment, but it does do some other things pretty well. The actual display itself is fairly decent. While there is a screen door effect, slightly more noticeable maybe than the Vive and the Rift, and the actual field of view within the display is a noticeable amount of degrees shorter, it still works and it's an effective experience. While you're not completely 1000% immersed into the world, I'm not going to bullshit you, it is effective. And honestly, that's what I was hoping, because I went into the PlayStation VR, to be honest, not with very high expectations. I expected this thing to be a piece of garbage, but thankfully, it does the job when it comes to just raw, straight-up VR stuff. I'll get more onto the games in a little bit, but I do want to talk about what I think are probably the biggest drawbacks to the PlayStation VR, and that is some of the control aspects. Now, you can use a DualShock 4 controller for many experiences, and that's all fine and well and good, but for the actual real VR experiences, with the closest things that will come to actual hands in a virtual reality game, you use PlayStation Move controllers, which, I don't know if you know, is technology that is very, very old now. And I think that's pretty clear. I think that is the biggest drawback, because the tracking on these things isn't always great. Of course, the amount of distance between you and the PlayStation camera and the lighting in the room all varies, but overall, I just never could get the hand tracking to be absolutely perfect. In a game in virtual reality, a lot of times your hands are constantly shaking and jittering because the tracking is not that accurate, and that takes me out of it. Sometimes it works better than others, but it's just still hit or miss, so I have to acknowledge that, and I gotta ding them for that. And I think that really just comes down to the fact that they use these PlayStation Move trackers and the PlayStation camera, which are technology that might be great, but aren't suited exactly specifically for VR. And unfortunately,
USA is paying the bills. Let's put on a show.
PSVR has a leg up on one thing that I think people are really going to enjoy, and that's just the general out-of-box experience. If you get the actual bundled PlayStation VR thing, you get a VR demo disc that comes with experiences of almost all the launch games that PSVR has, as well as VR Worlds, like a $40 game that is a free package that gives you a bunch of different varied VR experiences, such as London Heights, which you've probably seen shown off heavily in E3 and stuff like that. There's also an underwater experience, downhill lugeing, and you also get another free download of Playroom VR, which is like these little mini-game experiences using the camera, and you can actually interact with other people in the living room with you, and that's a lot of fun. The whole social experience with this headset is great because it automatically outputs the video to the screen with sound, so everyone else can watch what you're doing. So just by you picking this thing up and right out of the box, there's a surprising amount of things to play and introduce you to VR, something that I do think is a leg up over what Oculus and Vive offered. But I did manage to get my hands on a ton of other games, and some of them are actually pretty promising. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed. Batman Arkham VR is an awesome freaking virtual reality experience. Okay, it's $20, it's rather brief, but it gives you a lot to kind of dick around with and pretend to be Batman, and overall the visual fidelity and the graphical quality is damn good. I am genuinely surprised. This game has full production value. I am completely biased because I am a die-hard Batman fan, so I do have to acknowledge that, but it is really, really good. Here They Lie also seems like a very interesting horror slash an actual tangible full video game that you can play through. And in the first few hours, there's a lot of great visuals and some good-ass jump scares that actually really work. I don't know if that's going to outstay its welcome at all, but so far it's a really cool game. There's also Riggs, which is kind of a mix between Rocket League and Titanfall, and it's a lot of fun.
SDF's got us on payroll. Show them a good time.
That made me feel sick. The one game that I thought was a major letdown was Drive Club VR, because it's not just Drive Club the game ported into a VR headset. They built a whole new little game that works for VR, and it feels like crap. It feels like an old racing game, and it's just not good. I think it's better racing VR.
Team deathmatch. Let's get to work. We've lost the lead. We're in the lead. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly Scarab active. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly Warden providing close air support. Enemy UAV. Your teammate called in scorches. Push it, let's win. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly drone support is active. Enemy UAV in your vicinity. Friendly Scarab active. drone support is active.
Shooter near the south. Changing back.
Enemy Scarab active. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly Scarab active. Enemy UAV in your vicinity. Victory. Report to command for debrief.
Well-deserved promotion, soldier. Congratulations.
Welcome everybody, my name is pt3, and just before we get into the kill of the month for Black Ops 3, just to let you know, Infinite Warfare players, there will be a brand new series launching, Kills of the Week, Kill of the Month, and Kill of the Year, pretty much straight after the beta launches and comes out. So if you're going to be playing that, and you get some great kills, get them over to me as quickly as possible in the comments below. On screen now, though, is the last month's winner for Black Ops 3, as voted for by you. Al Mr. Juge 999 has taken the place in the Kill of the Year. Yes, your votes have put this kill on top last month, and so he will progress. But now it's going to be down to you to decide. Once again, there are going to be 5 kills for you to watch, and you will have to vote in the comments below or in the top right-hand corner on the poll for your favourite. That top kill will then progress to the Kill of the Year. We're probably going to get one more Kill of the Month in before we have to finish with the Kill of the Year prior to Infinite Warfare. So this is Kill A. It's Loyal Visions with 5 and Dime. Say it one more time. That is 5 kills, 1 shot. Kill B. This is X Masterful 2 with Martial Mastery. Don't forget, once you've seen all of the clips, vote in the comments below or by using the poll in the top right-hand corner. Votes will progress to the Kill of the Year.
Approaching the LZ. SDF hostiles confirmed.
That was Kill B. This is Kill C. It's Cooper Ray 2003 with Show No Mercy.
Team deathmatch.